Happy New Year, everybody. Geordie Paul back here. I hope everyone had a good New Year's Eve, wherever home you were in it. I brought in New Year's Eve watching Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I guess that's all we can do. So this video, as you can see from the title, is just purely going to be me going through my top 10 movies of 2020. And also ones which I think are pants. So yeah, everyone seems to be doing their own, so I thought, you know what, all aboard the 2020 movie bus, and I'll join it. So let's get this show on the road, get the credits out of the way, and I'll show you what I'm going to be telling you which are my favourite top 10. Alright everyone, Geordie Paul. Thanks for sticking with this. This is my top 10 movies of 2020. The ones that I've sat here and watched in my movie room, downstairs on the 4K telly, or at the cinema. Well, I say or at the cinema, I've been to the cinema twice this year. Once in January and once in August when the lockdown was lifted before it was put back down with the tier system. So 2 cinemas. The rest I've watched on the telly, either via Google Play, buying them, or stream them off Apple. Either way, they're all in my top 10 list. But before we move on and show you what I got a top 10 list, I have done 4 movies which I thought were crap, were pants, were absolutely awful. And again, these are my opinions. If yours is different, great. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. These are mine. So, coming in at number 4, because I've only done 4 of the worst movies of 2020 for me was Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. Awful film. The trailer made it look quite good. I watched it and it was just a crappy popcorn movie. Yeah, the less we talk about that, the better. It's not something I'm going to buy ever. Rubbish. That's it. Number 3 is The New Mutants, a film that was delayed and delayed and delayed, and eventually came out on streaming platforms and at the cinema. And I watched that, and again, I'm a massive fan of X-Men. Even Dark Phoenix is better than this, and Dark Phoenix is awful. But New Mutants, no, it's a no. It was too long, it was boring. The action all ended in the last 15 minutes, and it's probably on for an hour and 45, so you got 90 minutes of doing nothing. So yeah, that one's a no for me. Will I be adding it to the collection? I don't know. You know, I'm a completionist. I want to have all the 4Ks or Blu-rays of all the X-Men movies. Is this going to be one of them? If it comes down to £4, possibly, or a £5, but I'm not paying anything more than that, and that's purely just to complete the collection. I'm in no rush whatsoever to buy that. I know it just came out on Monday, but no. Okay, so number 2 is Birds of Prey. Awful, terrible movie. I sat and watched that. Thought, you know what, DC movies have had a rough ride of late, apart from Joker. Let's give it a go. Terrible. It was an all-female cast, nothing wrong with that. Great. I mean, Ghostbusters 2016 had an all-female cast, unless we talk about that, the better. This was better than that, because that's an abomination. But Birds of Prey, no. It needed, Margot Robbie obviously is the lead as Harley Quinn, but for me, it needed something more. It needed a stronger character as the lead as opposed to Harley Quinn. It was just too lightweight. It was just... I'm glad when it finished, because when it finished I was like, is that it? That's rubbish. So yeah, so Birds of Prey is number 2. So for me, moving on, the worst movie, in my opinion, that I saw in 2020 is The Lighthouse. Black and white, smaller aspect ratio. That doesn't matter. I'm not bothered about that. It's about the content of it. It's a weird flipping film. And for me, it's a no-go. Don't get me wrong, Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, after watching it, great performances, great acting, great dialect, the way they deliver it's great. But overall, it's a Marmite film. It's, you either like it or you don't. There's no middle ground with The Lighthouse, and I just did not like it. I thought it was awful. Nothing more I can say on that. So anyway, so Bloodshot, New Mutants, Birds of Prey, The Lighthouse, they're gone. See you later 2020. I don't want anything to do with them. Rubbish. So moving on to my top 10 of my favourite movies that I've watched this year, 2020. Starting off at number 10 is Love and Monsters. Now, I've only just watched this about a week or so ago. And then I managed to get a 4K copy of it via a Facebook site and put it on my American US iTunes account. Fancied this, gone into it, I thought, but no, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you watching it. No brain involved with this, you don't need to think about it. For me, it was a surprise. It wouldn't be nowhere near my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 films of this year. But for the top 10 new ones, Love and Monsters. It was supposed to be out this year, 2021. But because of the pandemic, they stopped the cinema release, pushed it to digital, and then pushed the physical copy in America. I think it's out in America, physical release this month at some point. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you watch Love and Monsters. Number 9 is Wonder Woman 1984. Again, just watched that again, streamed it. It's getting a lot of hate. I personally enjoyed it. It's a Wonder Woman movie. Pedro Pascal is great in it. Gal Gadot is great in it. I couldn't criticize it because I couldn't pick it apart that much. It's a 2-hour movie. I don't think it's too long, or 2.5-hour movie. It has action, it has a storyline in it. Chris Pine's back in it. It's worth watch. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I wouldn't say it's absolutely brilliant, but for me, it came in at number 9. Number 8 is Greyhound. No, Greyhound. Thank you. Tom Hanks' Greyhound from Apple Plus or Apple TV Plus. I watched that, thoroughly enjoyed that, really good. Again, that was another one that got slated a lot at the time. I don't understand why it got slated. People complain about poor CGI, poor storyline. It was rushed. I thought it was good. It was intense. It kept you going. Action all the way through. There's hardly any let up in the action. It has to get from A to B. There's the action in the middle. Yeah, good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Really good. Number 7, which I don't see on anybody's lists yet, fingers crossed, is Becky with Kevin James in a villain role. I think I watched it earlier on the year. Must have been about May, June time, possibly. Streamed it again. I don't know, has it even had a UK release? It might have been on DVD. I don't know if it's even come out yet in the UK. Again, that one, I highly recommend that. It's a very good movie. Like a cat and mouse with Becky being the younger girl and him being the villain. Around a kidnapping and such like. Yep, worth a watch. Definitely recommend that. I've done a review for that, so look through my previous videos and you'll see my review of that. Number 6, the second film I saw at the cinema this year of the 2, and that is Tenet, Christopher Nolan's blockbuster revolving around time. I watched it, came out of it, thoroughly enjoyed it, but needed to kind of read up on it with regards to storyline and what actually happened. Yeah, Tenet, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. Everyone's had the ups and downs and reviews and negatives and positives of it. I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. Yeah, so there you go. That was number 6. Number 5 I've gone for is The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss. Twist on the 1920s Universal Invisible Man, whereas as opposed to him being invisible via a drug or injection or an accident, it's an invisibility suit. Great acting, great drama, great tension, just great, really, really good. And I'm happy with that. I've got that one in 4K. Trying to get the wife to watch it, but she won't. So that second viewing will have to be on my own on the 4K telly downstairs. Number 4 is Unhinged. I was really wanting to see this one. Eventually I did, streamed that one again. And Russell Crowe's performance in this is really, really good. He is a madman for road rage. He loves the road rage in this movie. Again, a lot of tension, action, tension, everything. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely glad that I've managed to get this into my top 4 of 2020 movies. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's available to buy now. I pre-ordered it. I got it. It's great. I got it as a lovely birthday gift from Peter Blu-ray Britt Ainsley, because me and him got 2 in a sale at HMV or Zavvi, and he said, "Oh, you know what, Paul, you can have it for your birthday." So very to have that. Thanks for that, Peter. So yeah, so that's Unhinged at number 4. Number 3 is Train to Busan presents Peninsula. again, another kind of long-awaited sequel, which you waited to get out. Streamed it, bought it on Blu-ray, sent that Blu-ray to Peter Ainsley, and then I bought the 4K US import of it. I love Peninsula. It's a good action movie. The 4K in it is really, really good. So if you've got the ability to get it on 4K and you really like the movie, I'd suggest you do, because it's a really good upgrade. HDR is great, picture quality is great, the landscapes when you're going over the cities at the beginning of the movie is good, and the dark levels are good as well halfway through the movie. So yeah, Peninsula, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, nothing more to say on that. Number 2 is 1917, the first movie I saw this year. It's cast as a 2019 film, but I think it got released Christmas, New Year, 2019, 2020. But because I saw it this year in January at the cinema, I'm going to put it in here. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Came out of it, enjoyed it. I remember my mate said to him after we came out watching it, "What do you think of it?" And he said he thought it was a poor man saving Private Ryan, which I really disagreed with. But that's a good thing. It's everyone's entitled to their opinions. But I know what my mate Lee's like, and his music taste shocking. Movie taste is sometimes shocking. We do agree on some things, but he's my cinema gold buddy. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. 1917. Actually persuaded the wife to watch it a couple of weeks ago, or maybe beginning of December. No, I wanted to watch it for my birthday, beginning of December, and I said to the wife, "I'm going to watch a movie." Put it on. We watched it over 2 nights, and she enjoyed it. She said she wouldn't watch it again, but it was enjoyable, and that's it. But I thought it was great. The filmmaking of it being possibly one take is great. The 4K in it is brilliant. The scene when he's running through the fields towards the end, with all the everyone pushing over to the front line towards the German enemies, is really good. But I think everyone's seen 1917 and everybody knows how good it is. But yeah, that makes number 2. Now don't get me wrong, I do love number 1917. I do love 1917. But for me, the movie that I've put as number 1 is a movie that surprised me. I saw the trailer of it and fancied it. I watched it. I then bought it on Blu-ray, but it's only on Blu-ray import from Germany, I think I got it. And then it was reduced, I think, $3.99 on iTunes yesterday or the day before. So I upgraded to 4K on the Apple TV. So I've got it in 1080p and 4K now. I watched the trailer, really liked it. I was looking forward to watching it. Watched it, and it didn't let me down. And that movie is Underwater. Now, I know I'm not the massive fan of Kristen Stewart. I don't like it. I've never liked Twilight. Don't get the whole thing with her. But I thoroughly enjoyed Underwater. The storyline's good. The action's good. For me, of all the movies I've watched this year, I like a movie that surprises you with how good it is, because you don't expect it to be that good. And it's one that's been kept off the radar as such, not as like a massive release. But no, Underwater, thoroughly enjoyed it. If you haven't seen Underwater, it's cheap on iTunes at the minute, or you can import it from Germany on Blu-ray. Yeah, so those are my top 10, with Underwater winning the title of my favourite movie of 2020. Now, I'm not saying it's the best movie of 2020. It's just my personal opinion of what I thought was the best movie of 2020. So on one hand, we've got Underwater, and on the other hand, for my worst film of 2020, we've got The Lighthouse. Those two opinions, I know people will differ with it. Neither of them, I would say, are a masterpiece or aren't a masterpiece. But yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. That's my top 10 and worst 4 for 2020. Thanks for all the support in 2020 when I started this channel. I didn't even expect to get to 100. Now I'm like, 140 odd subscribers. So thanks to you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share if you want to. I don't mind that. There's a competition to get to 200 subscribers. Look at my videos below and you'll find a link to those. Not a link, but the videos is in my previous videos for the 200 subscribers. And to get in the competition, I might be adding more Blu-rays to that. I think I might be possibly adding the Mission Impossible 1 to 5 set in with the Blu-rays for that. So there's going to be a I think I might build it up because I'm going through my Blu-rays at the moment, and I might either get rid of them, sell them, or upgrade to 4K. Got a few new deliveries coming soon, so that'll be a next video. Other than that, thanks for watching. Take care, and hopefully, even though we're entering lockdown, part 3, The Revenge. Yesterday, or maybe midnight today, well, midnight last night, well, you know what I mean. We're in it now, so hope everybody is staying safe. Take care of yourselves and others. I sound like Jerry Springer now. Thanks for watching again anyway, people, and I'll catch you on my next video. That's Jody Paul, out of here.